let's get into something else on the Dolphins here, okay? The preseason is misleading, okay? And it could go both ways, good and bad. So let me make sure I explain this, okay? It's not just one way. But let me explain what I'm trying to say. You can't get a measurement on any team nowadays. It's just too hard. There isn't enough hitting. There isn't enough tackling. They don't play enough. Tua isn't going to play this week. A bunch of guys are going to play this week. They're going to hold them out, and they're going to play in week 3. And they'll get them their snaps there. And it's still not enough. Folks, we're not going to find out who are the offensive linemen that are really going to settle in at left guard or right tackle. They're going to take a guess out of the best of what they have. But eventually, it might be somebody else. And just like last year. And I think the problem is, I don't think we really find out about any team until a month or 6 weeks into a season now. You know, back in the day, even when I was on the beat in the 90s and the early 2000s, you know, we had two-a-days. They were hitting, they were tackling. Dude, they started every practice with Jimmy and early on with Dave Wanstead with inside drill. That's goal line shit to start off the morning. That's how you get practice going. You know, I mean, full-blown contact right there. Stretch out, do everything, individuals, and the first thing you did was inside drill. Holy shit. And so you started to find out about your team right away, every day. And then the two-a-days, the second time, you had inside drill again. And so we used to be able to get a feel for how a team was going to be. You don't anymore. And all of the media members telling you that they do, they're lying. They're lying. They're lying to themselves. They're lying to you. They're lying to everybody. There's not enough hitting going on. Take it from somebody that's been in the business for 30 years, and at least I saw when they were hitting and when they were tackling and when they were actually doing something. Nowadays, I go to practice, and it is a joke. So we truly aren't going to find out about this team until a month into the season. That's when they'll be sharp in their tackling. That's when they'll be sharp in everything. You know, hopefully in the offensive line, they'll start to settle in. But we're really not going to know because there just isn't enough hitting. There isn't enough reps to find out. You know, Austin Jackson has these moments where he actually did pretty good in the game, which to me was more important because throughout practice, he has moments where he stops people, and then he has moments where he just missed and whiffed completely on somebody. And you're like, bro, what were you thinking? And yet somehow it got by him. And you're like, whoa, come on, dude, you can't do that. You'll get somebody killed. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's just one of those things where everybody's got to write something. They got to talk about something. They got to have something out there. And then, you know, it's Panic City. And we haven't even started. There's 3 weeks left till the season starts. They haven't lost a game. And we got people acting like it's, look at Poupart. They're barely a playoff team. How could you say that, dude? They added Vic Fangio. That alone should make you an extra win or two from last year. You're an automatic playoff team barring injuries, which of course could derail any season. And yet, with all the injuries they had last year, they still made the playoffs. Isn't that a sign of how good they are? But only in this town do they hurt you for that. Because it's supposed to be the other way around. Of course the Dolphins are a playoff team. If they're way healthy, damn, of course they're going to be a playoff team. They weren't healthy last year, and they still made the playoffs, and they almost beat the Bills. And thanks to bad decisions by the coach, it's probably the reason why you lost to the Bills. You might have beat the Bills if it actually was, if Mike McDaniel made the right decisions. Only does the media in this town not give the Dolphins credit for making the playoffs injury riddled. And now they're being viewed like they're barely a playoff team, according to Alan Poupart. Where does that make any sense? Why? Because you want to give credit to other people that haven't accomplished anything? Like this man just said, with all the talent that Aaron Rodgers had in Green Bay, he didn't get it done there in an easier conference. Why is he going to get it done here? The negativity can only go here. It can't go towards the Bill. Oh, no, they couldn't have taken a step back. No, of course not. Oh, the Jets, they haven't accomplished anything. But no, now all of a sudden they're the Super Bowl contenders. Yet that quarterback has come up short over and over again lately with better talent than he had with the Jets. I don't get it. So, it's really amazing to me. It's funny.